Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Poigi here. Today we're going to be taking out the American Premium 1.0 P-26A-34 in Air Realistic. So first thing to know about this is it is not going to be the best aircraft out there by any means. You're guaranteed to be up tiered and you're going to be going against biplanes, which can outturn you, every time. So let's take an I-15 for instance. It is going to climb better than you can. It's going to be faster than your plane. It's going to outturn you every time, and it has twice as many guns. So the only way to be successful with this plane is check your ego at the door, get an energy advantage, and make sure that you have your opponents fighting the fight that you want them to fight. Giving a little bit of historical perspective, talk about Baron von Richthofen, the Red Baron. He said that his success in World War I was not that he was the best pilot, had the best plane, had the best guns. His success in shooting down the enemy came from his ability to only get into fights that he knew that he could win. You're going to have to do the same thing in this P-26 if you want to be successful. So ideally what you want to do is keep that energy advantage, especially against these biplanes. When they come up for you, don't immediately try to get them into a stall. So you'll see in the gameplay here in a minute, but what I like to do is just stay on the same course I am, keep an eye on them. Once they get a little bit under a kilometer away, maybe 0.8 kilometers, is when you're going to want to start your climb. You want them to think that they might be able to get you so that you can get them into a position where they just have every disadvantage, right? They're basically stalled out, can't maneuver, they've got no airflow over any of the control surfaces, and you just take them out of the sky. So you'll see a little bit of that in the gameplay that's coming up. And since it's a premium, we need to talk about whether or not it's worth buying. I personally don't think that anything under 2.0 is worth buying. I think if you can get yourself, save your money and get yourself like a tier 3 aircraft that's a premium, you're going to be able to research, all your tier 2, tier 3, and tier 4 a lot faster. But it's only a couple bucks, so it might be worth it to you. All right, let's check out the gameplay and see what this thing can do. All right, guys, sitrep is. We are in the P-26A-34. That's the American Premium at 1.0. Up against Britain, USSR, Germany, and Japan. Looks like full teams on either side. Most of us are low level, usually only throw in like one higher level one, so we should be all right here. So we're just going to go ahead and go out and climb at about 130 miles per hour, try to get as much energy as we can before we get into a fight. So this plane is basically your average P-26. You're going to have, a couple 30 cals on the front, no 50 cal on this one. You're not going to be able to turn with all of the biplanes that you're going to go against, so you have to be really careful to get into fights where you have more energy than they do. And so that's why we're climbing. I'll check back in with you guys when we're in the action. Alright, so coming in here, we're just starting to see their bombers. Looks like that HS-123 is going to dive. Swordfish is interesting to me. Yeah, we might just get after him. That way we can keep our altitude up. Let everybody else kind of get into the fights they need to get into. And especially that I-15 climbing. Nothing we can do if he chooses us. So, let's cruise over towards this swordfish. Notice we're not flying right at him. We're flying where he's going to be. He should see us by now. Let's see if he makes any moves. Swordfish, little light bomber, basically going to have one gun on the front and one tail gunner. Got him got him directly in the sun right now, so that's why we're having trouble marking him. Somebody needs to take that I-15 down. Once that happens, we should be in pretty good shape. Now, swordfish also, I think, wing rips pretty easy, so we don't need to worry about him diving out. We should definitely be able to at least take some shots at him here. Let's give it a try. Alright, so we need to stay underneath his tail gunner. We're definitely going to be faster than he is. Just dropped his bombs. We do have landing flaps, so we'll run around on those. He's trying to tail gun us. I'll take our 2 guns against his 1 all day long. We're also going to get down a little bit lower to stay underneath that tail gunner. He knows what he's doing. He's countering it well. There we go. He's down. All right. Let's take a look around, see what else is going on. So still an I-15 up there. It looks like my team's doing a pretty good job. P-400 and the F-3F, it's staying up where we should be, having the altitude advantage. So it's shaping up to be a good game. Sorry for the voice. Just got back from Christmas vacation, so couple germs along the way. Gotta love flying. Alright, so we're leaving by full res alone. P-400's making a move. Nice. Once that I-15's down, we can go ahead and drop some altitude slowly. By the way, this plane will wing rip at 300 miles per hour roughly. Found that out the hard way. I-15's fighting his best fight, but you're not going to be able to take on 3 guys. There you go. Alright, so we're not going to cut throttle just yet, but we are going to start to nose down. And basically just try and... So what I'm going to do is try and get directly above the enemy team's players. I will throttle down, but I'll check back in with you guys when we get down closer to the action. Alright guys, so we got 4 of them under us. This Key 45's giving our P-400 a bad time, so I was going to come in to help him out, but I'd rather go after the 4 or 5 guys down here and help protect my guys down at the ground. So let's throttle back up. We're at 50%. Just take some altitude down so don't wing rip again. And when we're setting up our pass now, so here's what we need to do. Oh, the Key 45? Oh, they traded. Okay. So at this point, we have every advantage, right? So our main goal is not to screw that up. We want to go in, preferably... I'm going to have to throttle down quite a bit. So I think we're going to have to take advantage of throttle back up. Check to see what Super's doing. Looks like he's interested in us. Let's go ahead and bring him up. Stalling him out's the best chance we have at getting him. Otherwise, he's just going to outturn us. He's got more guns. Alright, a few good hits. There we go, he's down. Ju-87's on our trail, but he shouldn't have enough energy to stay up with us. I-15 as well. So right now, we're just trying to stall everybody out. I-15 stalled completely. That's good. You get hits into him. So now we got to bugger off. Use our speed to try and get out of here. Still got that Stuka above us. He's coming in for a fight. What we don't want to do is get caught up with him and the I-15. We've got... Oh no, the I-15 was on his way down. Alright, we can dogfight this Stuka. So he does have a rear gunner we need to watch out for. Full flaps. We will outmaneuver him over time. I think we even have some support coming in from our teammates. He's gonna, set up his tail gunner while we're stalled out. Smart move on his part. We're gonna dive to get a little speed and stay underneath his tail gunner. And the HE-51's coming towards us, so we're gonna back off. Ask for some help from our F-3F. G-51 decided to nosedive it. Alright, fair enough. Alright, so 2 left on their side, I think. Yep. Let's go back. We got plenty of ammo. 3v2. Let's get in the fight. So H-75's going to be a lot more power than we do. Better guns as well. See if we can stall him out. Full flaps here to try and catch him in the stall. And going straight down onto him, which is where we want to be. A few good hits in there. Swing it back around, vertical turns as much as we can so we don't bleed all our speed. And we got 332 rounds left. Looks like he's going to run. We're just going to chase. Might have gotten his engine there, so he's going to do everything he can, but probably not going to be enough to help him out here, especially if he flies like that. All right, good game. So what do we end up with? 4 kills, nice. Our team did a really good job on that game of getting the height advantage and doing all the things right, so certainly makes it easier. All right, guys, well, if you're enjoying the video, do me a favor, hit like, subscribe, do all those things to help out the channel. It's always appreciated. Boy, it does help to have the premiums for the amount of research points you're going to get. So let's take a look at how we did. We ended up with 4 kills, 10,000 research points. That's nice. And first place on the team. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you on the next one. America!
Fuck yeah! To say this fucking day, yeah!
Beautiful.